Hey guys, Josh with Link Spider. Today is the 6th of September, 2023. Kind of getting into what we call the crazy gear season. Today, GoPro's announcing the release of the HERO12 Black. We don't know really any confirmed results other than what we saw on what we figure is probably an accidental sale in Poland of a guy that got a camera. He couldn't actually run it because you need the updated app to register, and of course that's not going to be released until after the announcement. So what we do know is it's the exact same size, it's the exact same form factor, it appears to be the exact same sensor. Really, if I'm being honest, it looked like the only thing that's different is that it's got a blue speckled case and it has HDR. If you're not familiar with HDR, it's high definition. It basically increases dynamic range between brightness and shadows and kind of blends them together. That's typically a software thing. It does require, that the chip handle that, but for the most part, it's software. I say all that to say this upgrade may not be much. From the HERO11 to the HERO12, maybe some minor hardware changes to accommodate the expansion of software. The HERO11 came out last year. GoPro comes out with a new camera every year. The HERO11 came out last year. And really, we've been displeased with GoPro's cameras over the years for the purposes of baseball and softball. They overheat. They didn't stream well because they only opened the wide field of view. And GoPro, they kind of fixed that with the 11 after it was released. With the software upgrade, they allowed all of the field of views, what they call digital lenses now, while streaming. And that was great. That fixed that problem. But the heat issue is still an issue. The GoPro overheats faster than most devices, but you can get around that. Pulling the battery, the internal battery, and using external power takes care of a bulk of heat-related problems. Not running all of the extra features that you don't need to record baseball and softball games is a big deal. Of course, putting a ball cap over it to keep the sun from hitting the LCD, another big deal. We're getting kind of past the heat, but in August, in the end of July and August when the heat was really strong, we supplement with ice bags, bags of ice towels, and we hang over devices. But that's a really small time of the year. Electronics do get hot, and again, I'm not giving a GoPro a release here. They need to work on their heat management. Certainly with the higher resolution settings, which you'd really like to use at the field, but 5K you just can't do at the ballpark. It's going to overheat. Really, even indoors, like a volleyball game, 5K won't do you much good because the longer it runs, the more heat it produces. So I say all that to say GoPro has made strides. We feel like the 11 was probably the best upgrade, I'm going to say, since version 5, HERO5 Black. And so maybe they'll continue on with that with the 12. But that's to be released today, so we don't know. The other thing, we're testing out these the Rode Wireless Pro devices. Just me and you right now. I'm only using the one transmitter, but it's a dual transmitter device. Quality seems to be really, really good. I'm really liking that. The range over the Go 2, which was another 2 transmitter setup, seems to be better. Has the ability to record 32-bit on board. That really doesn't do much for our field for recording ball games, streaming ball games. But for what I'm doing right here, that's huge because it captures a much higher quality audio that I could then use later. Let's say if a loud noise happened while I was recording this video, or maybe something wireless cut out, it's got a time synced audio that I could then use to reproduce this video, which I'm not going to do because this is a cell phone video, but the capabilities are there. Again, that doesn't really translate to streaming ball games, but the dual transmitter long range setup does translate for ball games, because one of the biggest things that we've seen this year are folks that are recording ball games. They want that field audio. They want, say, a directional mic, a shotgun mic, to just get the forward audio. but they also want to do some calling, some announcing, and so that second transmitter works out very well. And this has some auto gain features, so it's just sort of a run and gun type setup. There's really not much you need to do, but you do have the capability to make changes as you need from the app that runs on this phone. So before you start your video, you go in and you set those settings the way you want, and then you swap over to, I'm using the standard camera for my Pixel 7 Pro, but Larix also works really well. And of course, Larix you can stream to an RTMP site and use the external audio and all that stuff. So testing that out. For those that don't know, when these new devices come out, because heat is generally the biggest issue that folks deal with on the field, we've got a heat simulator that we call the torture chamber. We're able to set a specific temperature. We've got temperature probes, and we measure the hot spots on the camera. We use an IR, an infrared camera to actually visually see where the hot spots are, and we make sure that we measure at those points. And we basically drive the device to the point of failure, and we find out what settings you can stably use these devices, at what heat. Typically 110 degrees Fahrenheit is where we test, because that's generally the hottest part of the summer. If you exclude the directional temperatures like the sunlight, we always recommend that you shade these devices. 110 degrees is a good place to see where devices fail. And then we adjust the settings on and off so you know what we can tell you should not run at a field, and then that way you can take these devices and comfortably use them and not worry about your equipment shutting down. But all that to say, this is the silly season. This is when the devices are released, and we'll test them as we can. So if there's something specifically you guys want to see, always reach out. We're Link Spider. That's wise. There's no I in Link Spider. And we're on Facebook, X, Twitter. You can call it whatever you want. Instagram, all that stuff, we're as Link Spider. And as usual, you can catch me on the web, on our website, linkspider.com. But as always, Josh at linkspider.com. I respond to emails pretty quickly. Hope you guys are having a great day. We'll talk at you later.